What's good, everyone? Welcome back for another session. I completed all of the Extreme Z Awakening stages earlier this morning before work, so I did want to go ahead and test out this unit and showcase it on a video. Very briefly, let's just cover the overall stats. I know I did the other day, but just to highlight some of the areas, especially the super attack and passive skills. I'm going to bypass anything related to the links and categories since they're already pre-existing anyhow. Now, in terms of the Super Saiyan Gogeta pre-transformation, the super attack will greatly raise attack and defense for one turn and then causes immense damage to enemy. Passive skill is a key +2 attack and defense increase of 140%, plus an additional attack and defense increase of 50% when attacking. Attacks effective against all types, and then high chance of evading enemies' attack, including supers, and then has the ability to transform starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. And I know the wording was a little bit weird, but let me just provide some clarity on the super attack. It'll greatly raise attack, but only raises defense for one turn. Alright, so it's not like, attack and defense both get, greatly raised during every super attack. So just wanted to make sure, there wasn't any confusion there. Now, once transformed into the Gogeta Blue unit, super attack will now greatly raise attack and defense for 4 turns, and causes immense damage to enemies. So, depending on how you have your setup with the potential levels with additional attack, I'm assuming most people will probably have a lot more focus on additional attacks anyway, but you do at least have the ability to stack over the course of 4 turns. Now, passive skill is a key +3 attack and defense increase of 150%, plus an additional attack and defense increase of 50% when attacking, performs a critical hit, great chance of evading enemies' attack including supers, plus an additional key +2 and attack increase of 50% for 4 turns after evading an attack. So you'll see certain cases throughout the video here where, the unit's either in the 1st slot or 2nd slot, and depending on where he's placed on each turn, that, last portion of the passive skill, you'll be able to see the difference of whether that's kicked in or not. Now, in terms of the overall team building, I do have to clarify, I did not pull the, brand new Beast Gohan unit with the 200% lead, so I had to essentially create a makeshift team with the 7-year anniversary units and having a friendly with the Beast Gohan. So just FYI, the outputs overall could definitely be higher than what I'm showing right now, but I guess in a sense, not everybody pulls the brand new units every single time, so I guess in that sense it's a good way to kind of see how the unit performs on quote-unquote a makeshift category team setup. Now, I know the videos and overall performance of the unit pretty much speak for themselves, so I think I'm going to take the next few minutes really talking about how things have been for Nolar and myself, because up until I kind of provided the news highlights a couple days ago, I think it's been literally months until I even added commentary for any of the videos. So I know I did some no commentary quick highlighted videos or whatever in the past couple months, but yeah, it's been a pretty significant amount of time since I've actually provided commentary on a regular basis. So with all that being said, it's literally been crazy the past couple of years for Nolar and myself from a professional background, for a lack of better words. Work streams have just continuously gotten busier and busier over the course of every month, every quarter, every year. So it's just progressively being busier in the realms that both of our lives are involved with. So it's a positive takeaway at the end of the day in terms of forward progression in our careers on both sides. But I guess what I'm getting at is, as obvious as it is, YouTube content creation has certainly taken a hit over the course of, I don't know, maybe, close to 2 years at this point, right? It seems like ever since beginning of 2020, when, what things went down, it's just, work activity has ramped up substantially. So I know, some people might have been wondering how things are going and whatnot. So that's pretty much the latest update in terms of where things are and how we've essentially been over the course of time, I guess, so to speak. So hopefully you guys have been doing well overall with various levels of life aspects. I hope everything is going good in the positive direction. I know I haven't really had a chance to interact much with much of you guys. I've essentially been off of Twitter for a couple years now too, so it's just yeah, it's just things have been crazy for lack of better words. But I hope things are good for everyone. Is what I'm trying to get at. I'm not necessarily trying to ramble, but you know, just at least wanted to provide a quick update on how things were. Now, in terms of, you know, talking about the unit itself, I at least completed, again, the Gogeta EZA battles and, you know, Extreme Z Awakening battles or stages or whatever, but I haven't really had a chance to go through the 30 stages for the Broly counterpart, and I, you know, with that being said, I obviously haven't had a chance to really test out the unit in terms of, you know, team building or what have you, so I definitely do plan on at least providing another, you know, unit showcase for the unit, hopefully tomorrow, depending on how things go throughout the day today and, you know, essentially how tired I am in the evening, but I am hoping to get that done as well. And I guess with all that being said, I definitely do plan on trying to be a little bit more consistent, you know, with 2023 on the way and what have you. I know 2022 in particular was kind of a weird year for me, both from a work-life standpoint, but also you know, a lot of personal kind of events occurred. So, you know, nothing bad or anything, but it definitely monopolized a lot of my time. So, you know, I keep going back to the point that YouTube activities definitely kind of took a hit, so I'm really hoping to kind of get back in the groove a little bit. I've actually spent a lot of time in terms of just kind of thinking through like the overall format and you know, process going forward in terms of just maintaining some level of consistency. So, you know, I do have plans in the works, and hopefully I am able to implement that and be a little bit more consistent than I have been. So I don't know, I've got a lot of units that, you know, I still play the game obviously on a regular basis, so there's been a lot of units that I had considered, you know, my top 5 favorites for the past, you know, whatever amount of years, and, you know, a few of them actually received the EZAs that I've been waiting years for, and I haven't even really had a chance to, you know, showcase the units in detail and what have you. So I definitely do plan on doing some catch-ups on, you know, said units from 2022 that occurred. Obviously we have the 8th year anniversary coming up, and, you know, in terms of, you know, summoning on the year-end Dual Dokkan Fest banner, I really went pretty light on it. More or less I'm kind of focusing more on the 8th anniversary coming up. Obviously they're going to be extremely hyped up and a very big celebration period, so it's kind of like you know, November going into, you know, the anniversary is a weird time where a lot of stone consumption can take place if you're not, you know, planning out in advance. You know, it doesn't matter if you're a whale or not, where it's limited stones essentially, like Truth or whoever, but, you know, if you're a little bit more conservative in terms of how you spend your stones, you definitely do have to think a little bit in terms of, you know, what you want to prioritize, and essentially, you know, how you want to go into the anniversary period with the amount of stones saved up. Obviously they give out a lot of stones, but you know, you definitely do want to have a certain amount by, you know, day one. You know, once the banners go live, I'm sure you guys want to go ham and summon, you know, whatever amount of stones is within your budget. So that's kind of where my intentions are. Obviously, with that being said, I'm hoping I am a lot more consistent in terms of like not reporting, but highlighting the, you know, any news leaks or general information that comes out. Obviously, the units themselves, whenever you know, I have a chance to, you know, update or showcase the guys, I will as well. But yeah, a lot of things have been going on. So, you know, this was supposed to be a EZA Super Saiyan Gogeta showcase, but, you know, like I said, the video speaks for itself, so I didn't mind necessarily updating you guys and you know, letting you guys know how things have been and you know, what my plans and intentions are going forward. So yeah, that's pretty much where things have been. So hopefully that provided at least a little bit of clarity. I know a little bit of hiatus took place, and I do apologize for not being in touch for so long, but, you know, sometimes life happens, as you may understand, so that's how things are. Alright, with that being said, hopefully you enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.